How do we start it though? Just like that, hey? Hey, Darryl.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Darryl. Good to see you again. You're here. I don't know if anybody noticed, or if you haven't watched our first episode yet, you can go back and see it. But when we were done
Yeah.
recording, Darryl had mentioned that it kind of looked like I might have looked like a kind of Disney character there with the way I had my discs set up. So in honor of that, I've come prepared with
There
my
you go.
R2D2 ears that I picked up.
That's almost perfect. Those discs,
And
they look like they're just sitting on the shelf right now.
well, I'm not going to wear this the whole episode. I just thought you might get a kick out of that.
Okay.
Now, I know I threw this on you. We didn't discuss this, so put on your thinking cap here and shoot some holes in my idea.
The bit of a pause there was me taking a second to try and think the pros and the cons.
And all you can think of is how wonderful the idea is, right?
Yeah, we'll end the episode there.
Yeah, no.
Or should I say, could it be partly my catchphrase? You know, that I like your idea, but you're wrong.
Ouch.
I don't know. I don't necessarily love the idea. I'm not going to say I hate it. I'm just trying to think why I don't like it.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Chain Out, the disc golf podcast for Canada. Nope, I'm not doing that one. I got lost.
I could feel you were like searching for words.
I'm like, I went way beyond the simple thing.
Yeah.
So we'll do it again. 5 seconds. It'll just be simpler. I think what it is I don't know what
Episode 3?
It's episode 3, but do I want to call it the Chain Out or Welcome to Chain Out podcast? Episode 3, I think.
Chain Out podcast.
Yeah, okay. Because that's how we've got it labeled, so.
Yeah.
I'm Jeremy, and with me as always is Darryl.
Hello, everybody. How's it going, Jeremy?
Going well, Darryl. How about you? How you feeling, buddy?
I don't know. Can you tell? My voice is. I'm not. I got that bit of a sexy Barry White voice going on, I think.
Oh, you say sexy Barry White. I was thinking maybe a little Phoebe Buffet smelly cat voice there. Podcasting energy that we've got is like a healing energy. That's what I'm going to say.
There you go. Yeah. Channeling my inner Phoebe Buffet.
Yeah, there you go. Well, thanks, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Until then, Smelly Cat says, chain out.
Chain out.
There for it. But for me, I think what the difference is that if I have an errant shot at Nor'Wester, I'm going to hit a car. A car is pretty strong. My disc is going to bounce off it. If I have an errant shot at the hills, and I know where you're going. It's going to bounce off them, but it could do a lot more damage hitting a person. And I feel that those tight lines, I'd rather go onto a road and hit a car or hit a truck or something like that than hit an actual person. So that's what I'm going to use as my deciding factor of why I'd prefer to play Nor'Wester. Plus, Nor'Wester is going to have the longer distance, all the things that we talked about, than the hills. But one of those things is I'd rather hit a car than hit a person.
That's a fair.
Hey everyone, welcome to Chain Out Podcast. I'm Jeremy, and with me as always is your favorite co-host, Darryl.
Favorite co-host?
Why, thank you, Darryl and Jeremy. I'm so happy to be on Chain Out Podcast with you and glad that you were able to invite me. I'm really excited to tell you a lot about I'm not the guest that you were expecting to have on the show tonight? How did you know?
That's the thing. So I had a huge mix, a whole bunch of different brands, but then I hold a Comet, and then I hold a Buzz, and then I hold a Wasp, or I hold whatever. Name your EMAC Truth or whatever.
Yeah.
They all feel a little bit differently in your head. It's not the same disc, even if it's virtually the same disc. If you hold an EMAC Truth and a Buzz SS or whatever you consider to be the same as that, it's not gonna in your head, it's not going to be the same disc. So
yeah, right. That's such an interesting way to look at it, Jeremy. I've never thought about that. I mean, I know I've spoken. Obviously, Tim said that at one point he had 7 Nate Sexton Firebirds in his bag, and they kind of explain it. Yeah, obviously, the more beat in the disc gets, the more understable it gets. So that's why they have that. But until Brendan just said it, then like not necessarily having the disc because it beats in, but just having it because it feels the same. You've got the same disc in your hand, you're throwing it, and that's kind of just has hit me there for a second. So it feels like I've just leveled up in my disc golf knowledge now. That's the reason for having multiple discs of the same, because of the feel.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to get you to stop buying discs. I just want you to buy more of the exact same disc.
Yeah,
and then if it's wrong, you just have to buy more of a different disc.
You want to hear something? I hear there's a secret word on the street. I don't know nothing. But I hear the secret word is horse feeder. But you didn't hear it from me. Yeah, no. So who knows what's going to happen in the spring and summer? Maybe we might go down to 1 every 2 weeks. Maybe we'll
Don't
the quality
talk
won't.
like that.
Who knows what's going to happen? I'm just preempted. I'm just kind of giving ourselves a barrier. What do they say? Under promise and over deliver.
Over deliver. I'm just going to over deliver all the time. You like the weekly? We're giving you the weekly.
Yeah, you don't have to episode. All right, let's do it. What have you been up to? People don't want to hear our woes of editing. They just want the final product. And this is the final product. So what have you been up to?
It's easy for you to say, hey, yeah, I'm cool if women play. Oh, it's a women's event. I'm going to go out to this other course and play that weekend. Well, why wouldn't you just give that weekend up and support them?
That's such a good point.
I was thinking that same thing, Jeremy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know Kristen
it makes total sense as well.
Kristen Swirls, I think, has an event coming up, right?
She's up first.
Yeah. She's up first. How many men are going to step up and spot? Like when I was in Crownbrook for Crush in 2022, we were flooded. Like the men were running the raffles. They were running the check-in. They were giving out, like passing the prizes to the tournament director. They were spotting. It was insane. Like we had so many men out there doing so many great things for the sport. It was just awesome to see the support. I had Crush here. We had guys coming out. We had families coming out. The moms were playing and the sons and husbands were helping. And I think it's really important. It's very easy to say, I'm okay with women playing. It's a little harder to give up your time to support women playing. And that's what speaks volumes. That's the true show of how much you really want them there. Does that, I guess.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm not calling anybody out in particular. I'm just saying from personal experience and noticing the necessity of needing men, especially to walk the walk, just don't talk the talk.
Well,
I felt like that was just a light bulb moment that you just mentioned there, because when you were saying it, in my mind, I was thinking, well, it's a women's event, so they don't want that masculinity involved in it because they don't want, the men are here thinking that we can't look after the event. Like that was my mindset. But then when hearing you say that you want men involved because it shows that we're supporting, I looked at it from a different point of view, and I can understand now, actually we should be volunteering. And it's not like we're trying to take over. It's not like we're trying to say you can't run your own event. We're not saying any of that. It's just being involved and doing whatever needs to be done. Like you said, picking up litter, spotting, and anything that happens just to make the tournament run successfully.
And the best thing to do is just reach out to the female TD and say, I want to give up my weekend and help you out. What can I do?
Guess what, Jeremy?
What?
Now our listeners and viewers have a chance to enter their own competition because, drum roll please, we're announcing our first ever Chain Out podcast competition. Woo, 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 woo. It just sounds like we're a bunch of trains. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Around the Basket, episode 49.
Yes, episode 49, and we've got 2 of the missing links in the chat.
Yes.
As we're talking about it. They were missing, but they've been found.
They've been here all along.
Yeah, they've been here.
Sam, Dylan, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Hopefully you're having a good evening. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode 103 of the Chain Out podcast with Alexandra. We can call her Alex.
Yes.
Paletto.
I think
and it was one thing that I laughed at. You were like, okay, just to get things started, can I call you Alex? Yeah, sure you can. Okay, Alexandra, I want you to...
Did I do that?
You did.
That's so funny.
When you went into the origin story, you're like, okay, Alexandra, we would like to know how you got into disc golf. And I almost said something. I'm like, she just said you could call her Alex.
And then the next thing you know, I probably call her Al. And it's funny. There is a little bit of that way our podcast goes sometimes. Is there some common questions that we like asking now? We like to ask them slightly different. Sometimes we ask some people, sometimes not. But definitely with the amount of ways I shorten people's names, it's only fair that I ask them if I'm even allowed to.
Is she going to be Ali P?
Yeah, it could be. Or it could be maybe Russian or something. Alexi P.
I didn't bring it up on screen, but I got to give Sam a shout out there. He said that Desert Island Disc ship story was so long-winded, it could have been a sailboat.
There was that much wind that the sailboat could have
to get to where we needed to get to on that one.
I didn't even feel like that one was as long as some of the other ones.
Really?
But what I can say, and we'll tell our missing links in the comments here, was that
links?
Yeah, or the missing links.
All right.
Because Chainout's missing some links, and we found them. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Go ahead.
Well, one of the things is that we'll let you guys know is that we did have a different ending a different Desert Island Disc segue that we were going to do, but it was kind of, I popped it on you because I didn't tell you ahead of time, and we needed a prop for it.
Okay.
And so we weren't able to do it, right? So that's why we had that long-winded one, because I was making that one up on the fly.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So stay tuned. We might have one that involves a prop in the future.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. So we're doing Around the Basket number 49. We appreciate you being here. It's Patreon. We're starting to get those Chain Out minis out to our paid members. I think you said Tim and Kristen got theirs.
Brock got his.
Yeah.
Matt Dwyer looked unhappy because he didn't get one, but that's because he's not a Patreon. Yeah, we will.
He's going to jump in there, I think.
We're I don't know anybody coming to the AGM over at Polyrhythm Brewing on November 30th, because we will have them there.
And that's we should mention, we've got the people who know already,
right there.
But it's 6 to 8 p.m. on November 30th, Polyrhythm Brewing, which is, if you've never been to Polyrhythm, you've been or have not. So Polyrhythm, just so you know ahead of time,
in the West End,
check your map. It is in the West End. It's in an industrial park down a cul-de-sac, and then once you're down the cul-de-sac, there's buildings branching off the cul-de-sac, and then it's at the end of one of those buildings.
Oh, okay.
So not that I'm making it a little overdone.
No.
But it's a little bit out of the way, so make sure you give yourself the time to get there and find some parking.
Sounds good.
But it is a great brewery. When you get in there, hopefully we get the upstairs. Well, we would have to. Yeah. I think we have the upstairs.
We have the upstairs.
The upstairs is full. Remember when we went to Cold Garden? And
it's almost like you should be speaking to somebody that's on these meetings where we discuss where we're going to be and things like that, right?
Yes. I wish I had somebody who could communicate that.
Yeah.
Maybe had some communications experience.
Right.
But do you remember when we went to Cold Garden?
Much longer.
Oh,
there we go.
You remember when we went to Cold Garden?
Yes, we went to Cold Garden. We did a live episode there.
And what was cool about their vibe and their thing? Do you remember anything about their seating arrangements and such?
That layout was definitely different to any bar that we go into, because they had long, I don't want to say picnic benches. They were tables with, were they benches on each side? I think they were like your typical picnic bench.
Yeah, well, maybe those.
They were longer, but they were that kind of shape. They had a bench and then a table with the benches on each side.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then what about around the area, like where we were sitting podcasting?
Oh, like all the art on the walls and all the... You
remember all your grandma's Chesterfield and stuff?
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah, so when you go to Polyrhythm, their upstairs is got that same feel.
Oh, okay.
They've got all old retro furniture, blue and green and yellow, so really has a good vibe to it for sure. Oh, I'm just looking in the comments there, seeing that Dylan. So Dylan, you got to play Glow last night with the Northern Lights. So did you get a chance to? You got a chance to see the red
I keep forgetting
Northern
about that.
Lights, hey? Because I took a couple pictures of it. I should show you to you. We can't pop that up on the screen, but
Sam says, "Does the AGM involve Glow Golf at all?"
Oh, well, if we got there before 6 to 8, I don't know if I could get there early enough where we could go do some Glow Golf. But I guess after 8 o'clock, we could get a quick. That would have to be at Northwester, though.
Well, I also want to give a shout out then, just in case people want to, because I'm trying to jump on. Is that at 7:30 is the Alberta AGM
Tonight?
No, on the same night,
on the
on
same
November
night.
30th. Yeah, so Edmonton AGM is 6 to 8.
Yep.
The Alberta AGM is at 7:30 till 8:30, I
okay.
believe. So if you're interested in learning all about Alberta Disc Golf and what the Alberta Disc Golf Association is doing, that's at 7:30.
And many of you will know Jordan Alway because he's part of the Alberta.
You remember Jordan Alway? He fell off his chair.
Who is this guy? How many beers have you had?
None. Sorry. Just anytime I think of that, I said to Sonia the other day, I was saying, oh yeah, we had something about Jordan Alway, and she was like, I'm like, do you remember we had him on the podcast a couple of times? He was doing about Cold Garden Cup. I'm like, he fell off his chair. Oh, I remember him. Yeah.
I was like, no, don't you remember? Oh, the guy who does everything for Falcons Flight. He's on the Alberta Disc Golf. He's on Can Disc Golf. And he fell off a chair.
He'll be forever the person that fell off his chair.
Yeah, and he would laugh at that just as much as anything else. Yeah, Dylan, I see that you said that you took a really good photo, and I found that too, is when you look at those red Northern Lights or any Northern Lights. I've never seen red before, Darryl. Have you?
Right, no.
And when I was looking at it, Jen said, take a picture, tell everybody to go out and look at it. It won't last long. I'm like, it'll last all night. And it didn't last long at all. But the picture that I took, one of the things that happens is when you look at it with your naked eye and you just look at it, you kind of see the Northern Lights. But for whatever reason with the camera, it pulls it out better, right?
I must have missed that text. I didn't see that. You texted me to tell me to go outside and take the photo. Sorry.
She said everybody but Darryl.
I apologize. Yeah.
Well, last week when we were on the show, we had Dylan and Sam here with us, and we were talking about DGPT match play. And I think there is a comeuppance. That's what it is. There's a comeuppance.
I'm correcting you?
Yes, thank you. A comeuppance for all of us, because boy, were we wrong last week, Darryl. And not only were we wrong, the chat was also wrong.
Yeah.
Just so you know, chat. And the Wheel of Fortune actually did pretty good for the first bit. So
what does that tell you?
It tells us that we need to pay more attention, or maybe we need to trust our guts. And when we say that somebody with some experience who's a little bit wily might get a chance to do well. So if I look at it here,
let's give a rundown.
Give you a rundown. So on the FPO side, how did Chain Out do? How did we do, Darryl?
Well, if you look at it, there was 4 matchups.
Yes.
We didn't get any right.
No, we got 2. We got 2.
It says we got 0 out of 4.
For the FPOs, we got 2 out of 4. FPOs. Yep. And then for the chat, the chat got 3 out of 4. So you did 75%. Wheel of Fortune only got 1 out of 4. So so really right now everything looks okay.
Yeah.
Let's get to MPO. So in the MPO, the Chain Out gang, we got 0 out of 4, right?
We got 0 out of 4 on that.
Yeah. And then
Which
the chat.
Surprising.
Yeah, it was, because I like those picks. We thought about them. I felt really good about it.
Yeah.
And it turned out that the chat got 1 out of 4.
Yeah.
And the Wheel of Fortune got all 4 right.
Wow.
So the
redemption for the Wheel of Fortune.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So final tally, Wheel of Fortune, isn't that Vanna White? Vanna White turned 5 squares for the wheel. But anyways, at the end of it all, in that first round, with all of that analysis we did last week, Chain Out got 2 out of 8 right.
Yeah. A quarter.
The chat got 4 out of 8. So at least they 50%. Did 50%. And then the Wheel of Fortune did 5 out of 8. So
55%.
All right. Sure.
60%.
There you go. But none of us actually picked the winners.
Yeah. With Calvin, with Gannon. Who else was there in the field that we could have picked? Ezra, Isaac. No, Isaac dropped out.
We had Matty O I was really pushing for.
Yeah. Lots of big name players. And who ended up winning?
Well, who ended up winning was Ezra Robinson and Holland Handley.
Right.
So they both won $15,000 each. So when you were saying to me when we were talking about it, it's like, who's really wanting to do this? Who's going to go play? Well, I think 15 grand, even for the pros that are up there, that's still a good amount of money. Like I just think about maybe Simon and Paul, if you've got $1 million contracts a year, 15 grand, maybe that's your.
Because I think when you look at it, well, was it it wasn't 3 days, was it? It was 2 days. Was it 2 days?
It was 3, it was 3 days over the weekend, I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
and then the other thing is they had to play the events throughout the year to seed themselves and to get into the final 8.
No, I was just thinking that for 15 grand for a weekend, but if you're still committing to a full 3-day weekend, I mean, 15 grand is 15 grand to someone like Maddie or Chris Dickerson, those sort of people. Like you say, Gannon, Simon, Paul.
I think only for the select group, everybody would feel 15 grand. And even the select
It's another win.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's also a kind of a feather in your hat because like when we were talking about Alex earlier, what we really didn't.
Ali P?
Yeah, Ali P. What we really didn't get to was she is the FPO Canadian putting champion until next nationals.
Right.
So that she holds that. So then also too, Thomas Gilbert did that long drive, but that was that long drive accuracy. I don't remember who won. I don't know if it was him who won or if anyone beat him.
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
That's going to need to go up on the podcast website, I think.
Yeah.
We got to put up those champions for now. But anyways, back to all of that. Yes. One of the surprises to me, first of all, did you watch any of it this weekend?
Nope, not a lick.
Did you not even watch any highlights?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch it. I did watch some highlights, but one of the things that surprised me was in that final with Ezra Robinson, Chris Dickerson was there. It was the two of them.
Well, you know why? Because he's wily.
He's wily. You gotta watch out for those wily coyotes.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, Medium Money Missy came in second place. She was up against Holland there. So we were close that we picked her, but we weren't even close. We didn't pick Ezra Robinson, nor did we pick Chris. So we weren't even close on the guy.
That really surprised me.
Yeah.
But does that just go to show you that they didn't take it seriously?
Well, you know what? I did watch some highlights.
Yeah.
First of all, there was a ton of leaves on the ground.
Okay.
They never showed any single highlight of them trying to find their disc like I would have been.
Right.
Apparently, they don't lose discs in the leaves.
Yeah. No, I think they have a few more eyes on the disc than we do.
You mean people aren't watching my disc? Oh, no, right. I lost a disc out with Tasco. But I don't think that was my card's fault. It was around a corner, but it was just, anyways.
Yeah.
But watching that, it was, it did look like they were taking it seriously. I was mentioning it on the podcast on Chano that Ezra Robinson had this amazing like jump putt over top of a tree branch that he put down from a tee pad. And I don't know if that was the hole, because if it was a very short hole to jump putt the hole.
Right.
But I almost felt like maybe it was an OB drop zone or something like that. But
yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
Dylan said he watched it. It was a good tournament, fun to watch. I like the format, especially in the woods. It's anyone's game.
Yeah, and you know what? Adding to that, when I did watch the highlights, so I watched the FPO highlights, MPO highlights, had it on 2-speed and just kind of zipping through it and checking it out, just trying to get a feel for it. Well, no, just trying to get a feel for it so we could actually talk. I didn't watch it
at all, but yeah, carry on.
But the lines that they had to hit and that they were hitting regularly were impossible lines. Like it just to consistently hit them.
That's what got me into disc golf in the first place. Watching those tournaments that, are just a regular tournament. Watching them throw discs in the woods is just crazy.
It is. Yeah. So that's kind of how that ended up. But one of the things I did put in here, the Edgar AGM, and we mentioned that, and I think we should mention it on the chain out maybe next week. That could be part of our top of show.
Sure.
But one of the things is there's a lot of positions coming up available this year.
There is. And if you attended last year's, and I'm sure with any year that there's elections for positions, because they're 2-year positions, what tends to happen is sometimes somebody will be in a position for 1 year, and Brock has even said this himself. I think he's had 3 or 4 positions and only been at one position for more than 2 years, because you'll do a turn, you'll do 1 year, but then another position opens up and you think, well, maybe I want to do that position. So then he'll do it for a year, but then go to another position.
And then another 2 years.
Well, the point I was making is, yes, there's 6 positions available right now. There's we can go over them. So there's the vice president position, the treasurer position, programming, course maintenance, and growth. Are you correct on that? Because I don't think treasurer.
Yeah. And then
No,
the other one that's
treasurer
open
not
is,
up there.
yeah, it is. And then the other one is just a general position. So that's, if you go and you know what?
Yeah.
Trust me, I have a friend who happens to be on the board.
Somebody who made the post.
Yeah, that I could talk to about it. And
Yeah.
from what I saw from that post is these are the positions that
Is
are
that what it said?
up and available.
That's what it said in the post.
Well, you're not going to believe me even if I tell you, because you're still trying to look and double check. So
because I'm
just
thinking
trust
the
me.
treasurer's position
Yeah, it's up.
is
Go ahead. He's searching now. He won't trust me.
it's going to go to the next screen.
Oh, look at that.
Treasurer's position. The treasurer. Oh, you know what? No, treasurer.
That would be farmer's position, I think. Do you have to retouch the post? Or not farmer's, that'd be Jason's, Jason Miller's.
Jason Miller.
Or are you thinking the secretary's position?
I just go no, secretary is Graham.
Anyways, this is riveting.
Yeah, exactly.
We will have it updated and
so what I was saying is that there's vice president, treasurer, programming,
communications pretty soon too, if the way we're looking at it.
Growth, and a general position. Now, what might happen is, let's say, let's just throw a random position out there. Let's just say, person in charge of communications.
Okay.
Went for the programming position.
Yes.
Therefore, now the communications position becomes available.
Right.
So even though there's 6 positions, there's also opportunities for other positions to be available as well. Yeah. That's the point I'm getting at.
Well, beyond all of that, let's just touch base on this. If anybody was thinking of being on the board and maybe putting their name up for one of those positions, you've been now doing it for pretty much a year because it's the next AGM. Yeah. How have you enjoyed being on the board?
I've really enjoyed it. Yeah. It's not that much more of a commitment than I thought there would be. There was, we have a monthly meeting. So within 12 months, 12 meetings. The first couple, you're kind of finding your feet. When I took over my position, I was lucky enough to have Vicky as outgoing communications person jump on a call with me and Brock, kind of go over and be like, okay, this is the email newsletter program that we use. This is how you log in. This is what I normally do. I normally just duplicate the previous one, change this, change that. That's how we do newsletters. When you want to do a social media post, we go into Canva. This is what our setup. These are our projects. These are our colors. Blah blah blah. That sort of thing.
So you had the good base to work with.
Yeah. And then getting to be a part of the board, get to vote on things that we are hoping to do. Look at some, get some voice your opinion on new things, new tournaments, new approaches to the sport in Edmonton. I'm really happy with the way that the board has, obviously everybody knows that Tim was president for quite a while. He's leaving it behind in capable hands of Brock.
Oh, for sure.
This year we've been able to obtain the trail house. So now we have a kind of a base headquarters for the Edmonton Disc Golf Association. People don't need to have baskets and extension poles and T signs and all that in their basement. We have a place to locate everything.
Right.
We have the 2 big board signs up now. We have one at Hermitage and one at Rundle. So things like that. We're in the process of getting new tee pads at Nor'Wester.
Right.
We're going through that process and trying to get everything set up there. But, we mentioned it. And people are like, when are we getting tee pads? When are we getting tee pads? But being part of the meeting, you realize how much red tape there is to go through with the city just to get a tee pad installed. Even down to, you can't put it there because it's not a meter away from another tree. Okay, well, can we put it here? No, because then you're digging down into the roots of a tree. Well, can we build an elevated basket or elevated tee pad? No, because then you still have to deal. Like, there's so many things that go into setting up a tee pad.
Right. That you wouldn't normally think. You're like, you just dig a hole and pour concrete.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
There was talk about potentially doing, like air compressor, like spray to like spray around the roots if we needed to. But there's still no way that you could pour concrete or whatever to get it all done anyway.
So it takes a bit, but So with that, so you've enjoyed it so far. And my other thought about it is there might be people on the chat right now, sitting in this room right now, who would maybe at one point consider joining the board. Would you encourage people? Like, what would, if people were thinking about it, like what kind of commitment do they have to have in order to be part of it?
Yeah, for me in my position, there is probably days that, aside from the 12 monthly meetings, for the communications position, it's basically when Brock or, putting out a monthly newsletter. And whenever you're busy, obviously in the summertime when we have events, you got to put the social media out there to make everybody aware. The new tournaments are coming up.
Yeah.
Registration's open. These are the sponsors, things like that. But if you're in any other position, it's as expected. If you're the treasurer, then you're going to be dealing a lot with finances. You're going to be getting people sending you receipts in, and you're going to be doing, cutting checks for people to go and buy supplies needed for events or whatever. If you're course maintenance, then be expected to go out to courses and look at potential ways to improve courses. So whatever position you go for, you've got to expect that you're going to be putting some time into it, but you're not expected to go above and beyond your position. But if you can show up to any of the events that we run, the USDGC doubles event, for example, the corporate
River
challenge.
Cup.
I'm thinking more outside of the
gotcha.
the main events, like the
Some
little
of the clinics and such.
clinics and things like that. If you can show up and help out, the one that you did as well, the accessibility.
Oh yeah, you betcha. We did the one with Special Olympics.
Yeah, things like that. Those are very rewarding to go out there, just volunteer your time, get new people into it. So to answer your question, yes, I would recommend people, if you're involved, if you enjoy disc golf and you want to grow the sport, there's no better way than to start in your own backyard.
And maybe even get a chance to be privy, probably, I'm guessing, to some information before anybody else knows it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll say the one other thing I recognized him from being on a church board as well, and that type of thing, is that you have the board member positions, but even if you couldn't commit to that, if you get your name to the people in there, maybe the one that you're most interested in, you can build a group like that. So a person like you doing the communications role, if I really wanted to help because I felt I was really good at making a great Instagram post, then, there's nothing from you stopping to say, okay, yeah, I'm the communications guy, but Jeremy, if you want to help me, I'm willing to have you do this, get it to me. And then you kind of lead that group of volunteers if there's other people, I would think.
Yeah.
Same thing with course maintenance, right? It's like, oh yeah, we got a board of course maintenance. He does all of the hole digging by himself, right? Like, no, people need help. So if you have a area of interest and you maybe don't want to have the commitment of being the board member, you could still find a way to add your value.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's awesome. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to be at another brewery. We know that Polyrhythm has helped out disc golf by partnering with Queer Disc Golf and doing that custom beer earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually bought a 4-pack of that. It was pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I haven't been drinking
well, you might
for a while, but I think I might partake in one or two.
That's true. You might have to. All right, let's move on. I know that Dylan and Sam are hanging in there for Sillowette.
Sillowho?
But
do you want to
get right to it, or do you want to talk about the A tiers a bit? What are you looking for time and how you feeling?
I'm good. It's what we've only been going for 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Okay, do another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, guys, hang in there for 10 minutes. Let's talk a little bit about 2026 A tiers. I got some thoughts. Darryl likes to challenge me, and he's
I would say we can probably run through these because these are all for next year. So we're probably going to revisit this again.
Oh yeah, we're going to revisit this all the way through. We're going to talk about nationals a bunch. This is what we do. We talk Canadian disc golf. We're
going to squeeze the life out of this one.
Yeah, we're going to get every last piece of pulp out of the orange. Okay, so next year, just get ready. You can get your calendars out if you want. We're starting off the year like we did the last 2 years and probably before that, but that's what we've been doing since we've been podcasting. What we know best is May long weekend. It will be Foxwood Open out in the east, Spring Runoff out in the west. So Baden, Ontario, and
Lethbridge, Alberta.
Lethbridge. So do you think out east they feel the same way that we do out west? Is that the disc golf season starts? I know we do Tundra Toss and we do that, but it officially starts in my mind when we go to Spring Runoff.
Is there any B tiers or C tiers prior to Spring Runoff that we could enter? And because we look at Spring Runoff because that's an A tier.
Yeah.
And I guess it wasn't an A tier last year, right? It was only becoming A tier this year.
This year was the first year it was an A tier.
So even though it wasn't an A tier last year, we still looked at that as the kickoff because it was the first big event.
Yeah.
But is there any other B tiers or C tiers even that we could do prior to that maybe could be more classified? I don't know why we've decided that one is the biggest one.
Well, I would say if you're on the if you're playing in the female divisions, then I would say she's up first because it's before before spring runoff. But when I look here, I'm just looking at this year.
Yeah.
Tundra Toss, then it's C tier, get in, get out, get rated. So I'm just looking to see if there was a B tier.
Pot of Gold. That was it.
No, all C tiers. Like I'm looking down here.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like.
No, first one, man. That's the first big event. There's a lot of other little events you could play.
Right, and that's what I'm.
Great Escape.
That was but I mean, no, I wouldn't call that a big event. But if you scroll back up to the pot of gold at McGrath,
yeah,
that was a B tier.
No, there's no B tier. They're all C's.
That was a C tier.
Yeah.
It was how many days? It was a weekend, Saturday, or was it just a one day?
It was a.
Because that was an NADGT qualifier.
2 round C tier shotgun start NADGT qualifier.
So 2 rounds on one day, probably. I'm guessing then.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we think in the chat? Do we think? Yeah, we said Tundra Toss is, the first event of the year, but because it's a 1 day event, it doesn't feel like it's like the kickoff to the season. Maybe because it's still in the snow. Hopefully not, but sometimes it is.
Spring runoff can sometimes be as well. We got sleet, snow, rain, wind.
Sam normally plays a lot of those
smaller ones,
the pot of gold or like the red tail.
I wouldn't knock any of those events. They're all great events to go and get to if you can get to them. But I'm just thinking, for me, I feel like my season will start.
It's the bigger of the tournament,
playing spring runoff. And now that I've been on lead card there, I feel like it's my tournament.
That's it. Are you going to go back next year? That's the big question.
You know what? By the time you and I could say, "Oh, we're disc golfing out. We just get gig ogre and we went to nationals," and I don't say that, but we could say that,
right?
But by the time spring runoff comes around, we're dying to play, aren't we? To play a big tournament.
I've done it 2 years with you.
Yes, and you said you were never going to do it again after the first year.
But in my defense, I did sign up late. In the second year.
So
I
good
had to
for
sleep
you.
on a couch. That wasn't my plan to play it, is what I'm saying. I did say, no, I'm never going to go play with you again. Or I'll play with you again. I'm just never going to be in a room and do a long journey with you. But I did.
It was better, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was better.
Yeah, it was better. And then Nationals was okay too. You had your own space in Nationals.
Yeah, that definitely made
a difference. All right. Anyway, so Boxwood spring runoff, May long weekend. We got to move quicker than that. And then for the second running in a row as an A tier will be the Greenfoot Energy Dieppe Open. That's going to happen 2 weeks later, the May 29th weekend. Now, I don't know. Definitely Dieppe Open is going to be on my, and that's an East tournament, I should say. That's going to be on my list, but I think I'll just wait until 2027 when Nationals is there. And then I think I'll go out to Dieppe for Nationals is what I would try to do. Because I really do now playing Nationals 2 years in a row, and maybe I'm getting ahead of myself in the list, is that it's a great event. It's a great experience. And if the people who are running it are solid, then it's going to continue to grow and get better each year.
I have a Nationals question for you, but I'm not going to ask you right now. I'll ask you when you get to the Nationals energy, the Nationals spot.
And then after that, go back out to the West June 12th, and that's about 2 weeks later. We're going to have the Tournament Capital Open up in Kamloops.
Right.
Now, I have played that one.
You have.
And I think it's time I get back out there.
Interesting. Okay.
So in the early seasoning here, or talking about it, if we're talking about planning our events for next year, I wanted to go to TCO this year. Didn't happen. But I think spring runoff, go down to Lethbridge, and then the next month go to Tournament Capital Open. That's my thought at first.
Sam in the chat is saying, unless you're going to travel, it's probably spring runoff is the first kickoff to the
yes, so that's fair.
For like
you're going to go down to the
for like
US.
a big type of event type deal. So yeah. BC Open is the week after. So if you're going to go down for TCO, you're going to try and make it so that you can take like a week.
I guess I could, right? Like, because that's the BC Open Amateurs on June 19th, which is the next week. But that's taking some time off of work, and I try to save as much.
Would you be able to work from remotely? Is that a thing that you could do?
Maybe I could, because really it's only 6 hours, I think, from Kamloops to BC. just finding a place to stay and to work and stuff. But the amateurs are that week, and then right again, Craig and the team are going to do back-to-back amateur pro weekends.
Right.
And that gives them, we talked about having the most people at a disc golf tournament in Canada at nationals this year, but really if you added up the BC Open amateurs and pros, because they split it because they had so many people,
right,
maybe it added up to more. I don't know. It's probably close.
One thing we should say about the TCO is that last year they did the staggered Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But Carrie Neal said that was an experiment, which is not going to happen again this year.
But kudos to her for giving it a try, because when she had proposed it, we both, I think I remember us both thinking it was a good idea. I don't remember either of us saying no.
I did, yeah.
It gave a chance that the people who were amateur could stick around the last day and follow the pros.
Yeah.
But maybe what you could do is you could still achieve that by just trying to start the AMs a little earlier and start the pros a little later, especially when you're getting into June.
Yeah.
You've got longer days. You can make it happen.
That could make it work.
Anyways, you got all that. And then the crazy thing, right in the center of the A tiers this year, in July, the only A tier showing up in July at the moment, July 24th, will be Canadian Nationals out in Grand Prairie.
Yeah. Now, the one thing I wanted to mention, so you went to Clearwater Nationals.
Yes.
You had a great time.
I did.
You went to Nationals at Hope Goat and other surrounding courses.
Yeah.
That whole event, did you think that event at Ontario Nationals was better? And you can say it, because I know you like to sit on the fence and not offend anybody. And you're not going to offend the people at Clearwater because it's 2 years ago. But do you think that event was worse, or do you think the Nationals at Ontario was better than the one that ran out in Clearwater?
Yeah, like I heard you say worse there, but I think you're checking that one, because I would say I really enjoyed my time at Clearwater.
We're not saying Clearwater was bad.
No, it was, because the thing, I'll tell you, let's just do this. I'm going to give a little bit. We're not going to go long on this, but Clearwater, what they have.
I have a point.
Okay. Clearwater had a golf course.
Yeah.
Which was good for a golf course. I really thought it was good. They had the ski hill, which I really enjoyed. They had a small city that we were in. It's, if you even call it a city, it might have been a town. And it gave us the opportunity to gather together. And we had a lot of close experiences with other players, whether we went and played cards one night, we went to the opening ceremonies one night. So overall, that was a great experience. But then I think what happened was, as great as that was, Darryl Bankus just knows how to run stuff.
Right.
And like, he organized a tournament with 4 other courses. Yeah. Well, we played 3, but 3 other courses, 4 courses total. And he raised the bar, because all of the events at Oat Goat were awesome. And anybody who was there from out of town, you didn't feel like you were like, what are we going to do tonight? There was always something to do.
Right.
So I would say, yes, Nationals this year was better than Nationals the previous year. Only one other comment.
Okay.
It's just the nature of disc golf and disc golf courses. The driving around was a little bit much.
Right.
But it was as close as it could be, so I would never knock that.
Right. Now, my point is, do you think Canadian Nationals in Grand Prairie can live up to what we've already experienced? Like, is it going to... We mentioned before about telling Alex to come out and play. We always mention that, and you say that you're going to try and get out there. Then you mentioned about going out to Dieppe next year for Nationals. It can't possibly keep getting better every year. Like, Darryl raised the bar so high. What can Grand Prairie Nationals do to at least keep it even?
Okay, well, here's 2 things I'll say.
Or do they even need to?
Yeah, that's it. So there's 2 things. One, what I would say is that Grand Prairie has been waiting for this quite a while. I think we're okay to talk about it, but when we were at Nationals this year and we were talking to Oz had mentioned that Grand Prairie has put their name in before. And they lost to Thunder Bay that year.
Right.
And Thunder Bay took it. And Oz had said when he looked at it, he's like, these guys could have just held it that year just as easily as we could have held it. Right. He's like, they were so well prepared. They were so well thought out. And that was a couple of years ago, or a few years. So 3 more years have passed. They're going to kill this thing. It's going to be great. So I think that's good. But then your other comment, do they have to top it?
Right.
I would say to you, they don't have to top it, because let's look at Falcon's Flight. I've been there 2 years in a row now. That tournament is just great. And it, was one year better than the other? No. One year had rain and thunder and lightning. Can't control that. But both years were fantastic. So in my mind now is once you get to a certain level with a tournament, there isn't the need to surpass it the next year. It's just to hold the bar.
Right.
Hold a great tournament. Make sure there's a lot of good camaraderie, a lot of events for people, especially the out of town people.
Right.
Do it right, and it'll always be a great experience.
Yeah.
So that's my thought.
Good.
And what about you? I know you don't want to commit to anything at this point, but if anything that we've talked about so far, being Canadian Nationals, this last one, is there any one that you would say out of the list for the first half of this A-tier season that you'd say, if I could only go to one, that's the one I'm going to choose?
If I could only go to one,
yeah,
it would be Nationals because it's the biggest event and it's still within the province and it's not that far. And
so your experience this year was good enough that you do see that bar that's raised because it's a Nationals event?
I think even if I hadn't been to Nationals this year, I would still pick Nationals because it is Nationals.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think the likelihood that I'm going to play would be I would only be playing 2 out of those first 6 events that you mentioned.
Right.
I don't have any desire. No, I have a desire, but I don't have the ability or maybe the funds or get up and go or what. I don't know. There's no. It seems like it's too big for me to be able to go to TCO or BC Open to arrange transport, room, all the things that go with it. Spring runoff, I don't know. It just seems like it's a bit easier to, maybe because we've done it before. We can drive there in a day or a couple hours.
5-hour drive or whatever, 6 hour, but it seems like when we've driven it, that's the one thing we do usually pretty well is we have good conversation when we're driving. So the drive doesn't feel so
it's almost like we talk for
it's like it's what we do.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's cool. So then a month later after Nationals, we go back out east and we go to Bourget, Ontario for the Eastern Canadian Amateur Nationals. Yeah. That's been an A-tier for quite a bit. I don't know if John Pytel's going to plan on doing the super course again or if he's going to bring it down to 2 courses.
Right.
And then a week later, you've got the NADGT Canada National Championships. Now, the last couple years, this one has been held at WJ Homestead. And then they did Homestead and Baker and another course, I think, this year. Maybe it wasn't Baker. It was, Maddie Riordan's? Redtail Ridge.
Redtail Ridge.
Yeah, so it was Redtail Ridge and WJ. But this year it's going to be out in Battleford. So I think it's going to be at the Gold Eagle courses.
Right.
And then that's another Western course. Then we got Falcons Flight September 4th. The week after that, Gold Eagle Open. And at the same time as the Gold Eagle Open, there'll be the Harvest Huck, which is what is in Clearwater. So that's going to be an A-tier again this year.
Yeah.
And that one, so that'll be out there too. And then the only other things I could tell you is that the Ontario Provincials, they were announced for Kemptville, Ontario. They announced that at this year's Ontario Provincials. They're not listed on the list yet, but that'll probably be again in October, November.
Yeah.
And then the other one is probably larger than life once Ryan's like the only A-tier up in the territories. I don't think he has to rush to put out his date. But the only thing he might want to watch is...
Well, they all need to be submitted to PDGA.
That's if you want to guarantee your date. You can still submit an A-tier after that. And if you're provincial, if you're provincial or territorial coordinator, is anyone going to contest?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we don't have any A-tiers in the territories yet. Okay. Sounds good.
That's fair. You're not going to clash.
Anyways, that's it. But if you could see on my...
I do see.
Yeah, what do you see here?
I see a lot of West A-tiers.
Yeah, and only...
4 East and at the moment were the ones that are confirmed. Well,
3 and 1 confirmed. Well, I guess it is confirmed.
Yeah, 3 and 1 confirmed. Yeah, exactly.
So the only thing I'm thinking about what this doesn't bode well for me, is that my whole idea of an East versus West doesn't look so good when you've got like 12 events and 8 of them are West. And
I didn't realize, a lot of those events, there's no new events that have sprung up because Harvest Huck was Canadian National. So that was an A-tier. It's just renamed.
But this year it wasn't an A-tier because we would have covered it. So it must have left A-tier.
Yes.
So it was Nationals, it was an A-tier.
Yes.
Last year it wasn't an A-tier. Next year it's back to an A-tier.
Right. So that would be a new one.
And then otherwise, but all everything else, these...
I didn't realize it. It almost seemed like we were doing more Eastern A-tiers than we were West. But now looking at it, it quite clearly shows that. I mean, we didn't do BC Amateur, so you could take that one out.
Yeah.
And we didn't do the NADGT.
because they were amateurs. Yeah.
So there's 2 of the West's gone from there. So then it
Mhm.
kind of evens up a little bit, but still only 4 potentially East A tiers.
Yeah. If you consider Manitoba to BC and then north is West, and I would, and then
North is where?
Ontario. No, like that would be
Yeah.
so north of Manitoba, so the territories,
Yeah.
and Manitoba to BC, that's your western side.
I got you.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, what I did want to say about that was what I think we need to do is we need to, and maybe Karen Martel, and with the fact that they have the Dis Quebec tour, the Tour de Circuit du Québec or whatever it was.
You're trying to show.
Yeah. No, I don't remember the exact name of it.
The words are there. They may not be in that order.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe one of their events could become an A tier, because I don't think we've seen since we've been doing this, we haven't seen a Quebec A tier. We haven't, I think maybe Manitoba, when they did their provincials, that's always been a B tier. So we could use one there. And then there's still more that could be in the Maritimes. Like PEI has had A tiers. They had the Discmania Open. Maybe they'll get back to it as well.
I mean, it's good looking at it like this, because now you start looking at, okay, well, when could they fit a Quebec, in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess there's early,
Well, there's tons of space if you just don't worry about them being on the same weekend as a West. If you figure people are either going to be East or West, it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I kind of thought I was getting to the point was if you were thinking of people,
there isn't a lot of double ups, though, is there? There's only
just
2.
at the start and at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was thinking was, sometimes there's some coveted weekends. So you want the long weekends is one of them, right? People want that. But it would be good for people like Noah Higgins, Casey Hannemeyer, some of the pros who are trying to get to a number of these events, is if it was every other weekend for an A tier. I think having them back to back to back, I think makes it tough, because if you've got a job and you've got other things you've got to do,
but then you start running into the Canadian summers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as long as
you
start stretching them out. I don't know.
Anyways, that's enough on that. I'm excited for next year. I'm good. Like I said, it's my list right now is spring runoff, hopefully TCO, definitely nationals. Falcons Fly. I keep saying I want to get to Gold Eagle Open, but it really is a one or the other for me.
Yeah.
With them back-to-back weekends like that.
Well, you've done Falcons Flight 2 years in a row, so maybe you take 1 year off, do Gold Eagle Open, then go back.
It's like taking a year off of Falcons Flight. You know what? Maybe it is what the dice say, because you either get in or you don't get in. But there is a whole FOMO if you're not there, because I really think I would feel that, because it's such a good event. But yeah. Any other thoughts for you?
No, I mean, life situations will dictate what events I get to go to, and same as it was this year.
All right. Well, Sillhouette.
Sillowho.
Let's get to it. Thanks for hanging around, guys. Let us know if what you want to get to. I see that Dylan says Grand Prairie courses sound fun. Yeah. They've been waiting there for us that whole time. Yeah. We went all the way to Ontario, and I'm like, they're just sitting there. So we might have to get a road trip. I don't know if you do that with me, but do a weekend up there to try the courses out.
We'll see.
Okay. Sillhouette, Sillowho.
Sillhouette, Sillowho.
The favorite.
We played it last week. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to bring up a Sillhouette.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be a little bit harder this week.
Okay.
There's going to be a mix of Canadian and American.
Okay.
Okay. They may not all be in a throwing stance, but they'll be in a stance that they're either, because remember last week was the Matty O.
Yes.
You guessed it. You knew Matty O's.
So there'll be some recognizable.
They'll be recognizable. There'll be some that are not recognizable, but once you see the picture, then you'll be like, oh, okay.
Okay.
And I think you'll find this harder than maybe the chat will, because we now know that you don't watch a lot of disc golf. You don't pay attention to form and things like that, like little kinks of things like that. But anyway, let's get to it for another round of Sillhouette, Sillowho. So let me bring up the first one.
And chat.
These are not in any particular order, so you may be starting with a hard one, or it might be an easy one. I'm not sure.
All right. And chat, I won't always agree with you, but I definitely want your thoughts, because we'll both put our guesses in here. So, okay.
Starting with the first one. Chat, who is that?
Oh my, I think I'm already in trouble.
I think that person has a distinct reach back.
Yep.
And head tucked to the shoulder. That's the two things that stick out to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reach back. And maybe it's the off arm as well. Maybe, I don't know. It's just, I look at that and I think, oh yeah, I could tell who that was. But I mean, really? I could tell who it was because I made it. Because I made it.
Oh, and it looks like they're almost holding maybe a chalk bag in their hand, and then
It
that
looks like
starts to make me think of somebody too.
I will tell you now, it's not a chalk bag. It's a disc.
No, on the backhand.
Oh, okay. I
Like
thought you meant,
yeah. Oh, eagle is what we're getting from Dylan. And
Dylan.
I don't know if Sam's still in there. So if he's not, that's okay. But if he is,
Sam will have a guess if
Sam
he's
jump in
there.
there too.
Yeah, but Dylan says eagle.
Yeah,
So
and
can you tell? Does it look like they're wearing a hat?
It does look like they're wearing a hat.
So these are the things that I would be looking for. Like you said, you look for the chalk bag.
Yeah,
the chalk
I
bag
thought
would
that was
maybe
that.
give it away.
Mm-hmm.
You look for, are they wearing a hat? Are they wearing glasses? Can you tell that? Is it male or female? I think we can pretty much tell this is a male.
You could see, yeah, glasses would apply to eagle as well.
Sam was going to say Emerson Keith because I feel like I can see glasses cut out, but that does apply to eagle too.
I think I'm gonna.
What would you say? I know you're going to side with the chat, but what if you had an initial? You can go with the chat.
Yeah.
But I just want to hear what your opinion. Who you would have said.
The very first thing I thought goose for some reason.
Goose?
And I don't know why. Like I don't know that it looks like goose, but that was what came to my mind at first.
Okay. And what are you going to say?
I'm gonna go eagle. I'm gonna go with the chat.
You're going to go with the chat. You say an eagle. Chat says eagle. It's Eagle McMahon.
You know what? An eagle's wearing a hat, and I just don't picture eagle with a hat. Let's see. Yeah. So that you think that the fact that he has his offhand there, that's an eagle move?
Yeah, to me, I don't know. It's just the reach back. He has quite a deep reach back. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I would say, I mean, Sam guessed it as well. Let me know how you guessed it. Like Sam did say, he was looking at the glasses, so that's something to look for. To me, if I was looking at that,
he's an old eagle.
Yeah, maybe prior shoulder surgery, but yeah, to me, it's the reach back and the shoulder
and the chin
over the shoulder. So
see, and that's what I've been trying to watch.
Eagle. Yeah. All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah, ready. Okay.
So this one is a zoomed in close. It's not a zoomed in close up, but we don't see the full body here. We just see the top half. But to me,
wearing a hat again, yeah.
That, and then Dylan said, yeah, the reach back, yeah, on eagle.
My first gut thing is Climo. That's my first thing.
Climo, okay.
But
I could see Climo in that
because I could see him like putting the disc. Like I almost. But there's other people who do that. Put the disc. Oh, that could be AB. AB does that, doesn't he?
Okay.
Oh, Gannon. We're getting Gannon and Gannon. I think what I'm going to choose is I'm going to go with the chat on this one. I'm going to say Gannon.
But it could be Climo.
It could be, but it's Gannon.
So what do you see about that? So the person's wearing a hat.
Because Gannon does lift his arm. As soon as they said Gannon, that's why I'm changing immediately. Because I can see it.
Yeah. Gannon always holds it up like that. He always
puts his disc up. Yep.
Okay, could it be? It might not be.
All right, but it will be. Yeah, there we go.
It's Gannon. Yeah, that was, again, that's the thing, right? That's what he always, any way that he always holds it up like that just before he's about to throw. You can't quite tell, but yeah, it looks like he may be holding a chalk bag there, but that was a little bit blurry in the photo. So
yeah, Gannon is always popping a chalk bag.
He's always
popping
a chalk bag, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
All right.
Okay, so good job, chat.
The goofy hat snapback thing, that's too big. This is his pre-shot routine. Yeah, exactly.
Which takes forever, right?
Well, yeah. All right, ready for the next one?
Yes, Sillhouette, Sillowho. Okay, we're going FPO.
Okay, you're going FPO.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do you recognize about this person? This one, like I said, some of these are getting tougher now. I didn't put them in any order, but those first two were gimmies.
Yeah. My first gut is maybe Holland.
Okay.
Is what I'm thinking. I don't know why.
Holland does wear a hat.
But I'm just trying to think of what this pose is, because this doesn't even look like a disc golf pose. Because I don't know where the disc is. Like, is this disc like getting ready to be putted? Are they picking up a disc? That does not look like a putting stance. No, are they picking up a disc off the ground?
No, I'll tell you, this is a throw.
This is a throw.
So what that would tell you is that their arm is
that's there,
behind them in the shadow or somewhere like that.
So then
we did have Paige last week. I'm not going to say, all right, I will be honest and say that there's no repeats.
Okay, that's good.
No, they're all new people. So it's not Paige because we had Paige last week.
Did we had Owen last week too, didn't we?
We had Owen last
okay,
week.
because Owen was I'm thinking this in this silhouette, and I know the silhouettes have been misleading in some cases because it is a silhouette, but this person looks to be thinner as well to me from the silhouette. So that's why I'm thinking
the clues are there if you see.
Yeah, like Katrina Allen is quite thin. And at least
and she wears a hat.
Yeah. So I could see maybe Katrina. Let me just think of anybody else.
Is there anything else you can see on them that we give it? Is
there there aren't any disc golfers with one arm that I know.
No, but what else do you see? You've noticed that they're thin.
It could be glasses. Like I don't know if that's what's underneath the
potentially glasses,
the brim there.
A hat.
Oh, that could be their head turned away, and that's
long sleeve, short sleeve.
Short sleeve, yeah.
Short sleeve.
Yeah, if I can't tell if there's a skirt because that would be cat probably too.
Dylan's gonna go Katrina Allen.
All right, let's do Katrina Allen.
Let's go Katrina Allen.
Yeah, I might have gotten one right this time. Let's see.
Sam hasn't put his guess in. See, this to me, the hat and the glasses and the slim build could only be one person to me.
Okay. Oh, Haley King. Oh, the elbow is up.
Dylan said Rebecca Dawn or Haley King.
Yeah, Rebecca Dawn is quite thin, but you know what? Now that I see what that throw is, that makes more sense. Because this one is an interesting one because it is coming at you, coming forward.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were going the other way and they really had their lead end just cranked right up.
Right.
And we're coming up like that. So.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yeah. Well, you know what? We'll give Dylan half a point because he did put it in there. So.
And I'm obviously I'm biased because I'm designing it, but when I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, that look, because it's a skinny, a thin person.
Yeah.
Just the build, the head, the shape,
the glasses would have been Haley King.
But I mean, maybe I would have. Sam, said that couldn't figure out the perspective.
Color me stumped. Yeah. Well, that's all right.
I mean, I said they're getting harder.
And I like them still. They're good.
Right. Let's go for the next one.
Okay. Ooh, that's Ezra. I think that is Ezra Aderhold all day long. Get in there, chat. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're going Ezra Aderhold.
I'm just thinking that looks like, I don't know why. That's funny when you say that, when you know people, it's I don't know why I would say that, but I think there's the long hair. I can see the hat.
Yeah.
It almost feels like the muscle, but yeah. Yeah, Haley wasn't on a lot of coverage. There was a whole thing about whether she was even going to play this year.
She got dropped by Innova.
Yeah,
went
open bag,
and then
I think isn't she a gamer?
She is a gamer. Yeah, that's what I thought she was going to do. I thought she might turn her to gaming this year, but the few events that she played in, she did do well.
Well, and no disrespect to Ezra on this one, is that this could also be an FPO. You could see, but it just almost seems like the person is got a very you've got that triangle shape that Ezra would have. But yeah, Dylan's saying maybe FPO.
Yeah.
And it could be all of a sudden this could be Rebecca Cox or something like that.
What do you see? Talk me through what you see.
Well, what I see is a hand down.
But what's setting them apart?
The hat.
So you're looking for a person that wears a hat.
Right.
They've got long hair.
Oh, Holland could be, as well. Now, it's always looking at that. When you look at that hand being down, you'd expect that the disc is in that hand because of the way it's being held, but it doesn't look like you can see a disc at all. Now, it doesn't mean the disc isn't hidden behind their arm.
Exactly.
Right? So then...
And are they, because I'm looking
looks
at
like
it,
they're fit.
Are they got their back to you and they're pulling through with their left arm?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they facing away from you, pulling with their right arm?
It looks like they're facing towards me is what I'm seeing. That looks like their left arm there.
Okay. So now
maybe they're a lefty.
I'm not saying, because it's all about perspective. It could be a left or it could be right.
Yeah. So Ezra or Holland. You know what? I think Ezra.
I'm not 100% sure on this one.
I would say I think that Ezra Aderhold would look bigger because he's got more defined muscles. So I think even in a silhouette, it would be a little bit more, but he's got his whole body's muscled. So the other thing I would say is he's got a pronounced butt and everything. And that doesn't look, so let's go Holland. We're going to go Holland.
We're going to go Holland. When you said Ezra and I looked at it, I'm like, oh yeah, you can definitely see a triangle right there.
Answer is
Holland.
yeah. We got it.
Yeah, good one, chat. Yeah, I didn't. So the disc is hidden because she's got it in her grip.
Yeah.
She is facing away from. I need to fix these graphics because it stops at the end and I can't see the.
Oh, because the.
Actually.
Yeah, no, that's good.
There you go. So, yeah, the hair.
Mm-hmm.
When you said, because I didn't even think that Ezra has long hair like that.
Yeah.
He has that triangle figure.
But there wasn't big enough muscles
as much. Yeah.
Whereas Holland, I believe, like she's well built as well, and like she's got the power in her legs. Like I don't know if she was a cyclist or something like that, but
Sam says, yeah, he doesn't feel like Ezra's left arm stays out that high. So I mean, those are things to watch for, right?
Yeah.
Is they're people's offhand.
I don't watch enough coverage. Neither do I, Sam. That's what makes this fun.
But yeah, good shout out to Dylan for guessing Holland, and he guessed.
He had King as one of his options.
Haley King as another option as well. So yeah.
Well, and we know that Dylan watches a lot of coverage.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Enough so to say that's an old Eagle picture, not a new Eagle picture.
So do you think they're harder this week?
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I still think they're gettable.
Right.
Because you didn't pick like people in total obscurity.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah. Oh, that looks like Conrad. Yeah, that looks like James Conrad, from the long hair to the step up to the everything about that to me looks like Conrad.
You're saying
the fact that he's got the hair, it looks like a ponytail.
Well, you're saying that he's got the hair.
Yeah. No, I know it could be a girl, but my first thought is it looks like Conrad. It's an old Holland photo too. And just the way that he holds up the disc is, I think he does that before he gets ready to run. He kind of holds it up, and then he.
Sam is saying JC.
Fire. Yeah.
You're saying Conrad?
I'm saying Conrad. Although with the hair, the one thing that I keep watching for too is that Rebecca Cox has wavy hair and long hair, so it could definitely look like that as well.
We know Philo has long hair.
Yeah.
Could be dreads.
But it almost even looks like you can see a little bit of beard or something too.
Good. Now you're starting to look at the details.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going for?
I'm going for Conrad. It just, and I don't know about that bend in the wrist, but that's a pretty pronounced bend, it looks like.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah. James Conrad.
Look at the beard. His beard doesn't look like that right now, does it?
I think this photo that I got
is it like an AI photo? Yeah.
It's not AI.
It's almost like he's got a scar on his forehead.
It's a little bit of a cartoon. I didn't realize that until actually I downloaded it and looked at it in a bit more detail. And I was
looks like it's been touched up.
I think it's just one of those. I think it's an actual photo of him, but it might have been like a filter put on top of it to make it
I think this is fan fiction, James Conrad. This is
but you still guessed it from that picture, so you were right.
Yep.
Hat and long hair are red herrings at best. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's assuming that it's not just someone with helmet head.
Yeah.
It is a hat. Nice one. All right.
You go.
Good job, chat. And I got that one. I said that first.
It must be him doing his 70 kilometer hour run up.
Yes. Getting ready to.
Here you go. Okay.
Sillhouette.
Who? Who is that?
My first guess is Kona.
Okay. Why would you think Kona?
Kona wears hats, I think. Kona's got longer hair. It's almost Kona doesn't I almost want to say her throw is like that too, where her throw she does reach back, but I don't know. That's a gut feeling that it's Kona.
Yeah.
We didn't get. We got Katrina? No, we didn't get. We said Katrina, but it wasn't Katrina.
But it wasn't a Katrina. We haven't
had so it could be Katrina still. It could also be MPO for all we know.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does look like there's long hair and a baseball cap.
Is Anakin lefty? Yes, she is.
You think that's Anakin?
Is it a lefty? Kona is a great guess.
All right. Okay. What do you think? Anakin.
So what were you looking at? So you're seeing the hat.
Mm-hmm. I'm still seeing what you think is a right hand.
you think you're seeing long hair.
I think so, unless it's a hand coming up or something. But
yeah, but then you can see an arm going down. You can think what you see is a disc coming out of the back.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go
I can
Kona.
Yeah, I want to say Kona.
Chat kind of agrees with you.
Yeah, there's a 50%.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Jeremy. Yeah. Kona.
It just felt like she does that
right?
kind of.
Yeah.
And I don't think she doesn't, she reaches back, but it might be at the very last second or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like she holds her reach back.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, she got one on your own.
And I did James Conrad before, I think, too.
No, you did. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you were straight in with Kona on that one.
Yeah. I could see, the silhouette of her features. Nope. You can't tell anything. You can't tell their nose or their lips or anything like that.
But it is interesting, though. Sometimes you can look at something and you can be like, yeah, I know it. Just from something about them.
You know what one would be interesting that way too with this, and I love what we're doing with this one. If we were doing more obscure, is that
I think you're doing a different type of test, Sam.
Yeah, that's right. With that, we can do the after podcast with the therapy side of this.
Yeah.
I was gonna say is that you could probably take a player's, like the regular photo of the player, and just do a full blurry, cannot tell their head, like anything from the neck up. You just can't tell what it is. It's just a blur.
Yeah.
Like almost.
Yeah.
And then see, and I wonder if we could guess it from there.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, Craig. Oh, sorry, Craig wants to speak to you. If you want to do it, Jeremy, do it yourself.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah, ready for the next one. Oh, who's that? You said no doubles. We did Paul last year, or last week, or a couple weeks ago.
Paul who?
Macbeth. Didn't we? We did Paul Macbeth, did we, or did we not?
Did we?
I thought we did.
I'll tell you, no, we didn't.
We didn't. Okay, so that makes me think this is Paul at first for some reason. But I could be wrong. But that tells me
now
that
I'm starting to think I can't remember who this one is.
I'm waiting to see. Okay, so Sam, it could be Sam's parents fighting.
So what else do you see?
I see a hat.
You see a hat.
I see a leg kind of kicked up there. I see one arm to the right.
They look like they have a disc in their hand.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So they're still...
Oh, yeah, is it the goat?
Yeah, he's saying it could be... I mean, who's that?
Well, that could be argued, couldn't it?
Exactly.
But not by Dylan. Dylan knows. I'm going to say it's Paul. I think it's Paul Macbeth.
You're going to think it's Paul?
Yeah. And especially because you told me that we haven't already used him.
No.
It's Noah.
Noah.
Oh, nice.
I totally forgot that I put... Or not that I knew he was in there. But now looking at it, I guess that is a bit of a hard get.
Yeah, no, that's a good one, though. So does he even have the disc in his hand anymore, or has he let it go?
I think he might have let it go. I think that might be his finger.
Yeah. Well, he's got pretty good form if we thought he was Paul Macbeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see how you would think it was Paul.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good.
Yeah. There you go.
Look at that guy. Lots of power in his throw. He's another player who really impresses me when we talk about, oh yeah. What's that? I mean, I wasn't wrong. Yeah, he's a goat. Right?
And he didn't say who it was.
Yeah, there you go.
Could have been Noah. Could be
Noah's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
He was for Canadian A-tiers that had birds for mascots.
What were you saying, sir?
I was gonna say what was gonna say about him? That he is he's not a tall guy. He doesn't have the long levers, yet he can bomb the disc, right? Koto Postma, another great player like that. So a lot of promise for us too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. That looks like good form.
Yeah, I was going to say a bit more of a full figure, like full length,
full stretch,
full silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
You can see their feet, you can see their head,
and that's that whole reach where that back leg comes down and they drop.
There's two things about this that give it away to me.
Is it the backhand?
No,
and the fist. Straight across the body. The shorts? Does the shorts give it away?
So Sam says he holds a. Oh, he thinks Noah holds a whale sack or a dry bag.
Oh, gotcha.
Chalk bag. So that may be what you saw in his hand there.
So this looks like this person. Are you telling me like I can see an ear? Maybe. Do you think that's an ear?
I would say that's an ear. It looks like an ear to me, but that's not the two things that give it away for me. To
the shorts is one of them or no?
No.
The lean out of the leg.
This one's Paul? Question mark, says Dylan.
Yeah.
So like you said, it looks like good form.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell they're male.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
They're wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Do you think you can tell if they got a beard?
No.
Because their chin is tucked into the silhouette.
Yeah.
Dylan was going to say Hebenheimer, but I don't think Darryl was going that deep. Well, not yet.
You give it a bit.
Yeah.
Once Craig helps them do the one I was suggesting, it might be a little different.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go, Paul. You had said we didn't do Paul. It feels like no. Yeah. Oh, you know what now? It was so weird. You know how sometimes when you look at those drawings and they look one way and then they look the other way? So I was thinking this was looking at from the front, but then all of a sudden when I looked at it again, it looked like it could have been from the back, but it still should be from the front.
It is funny because now I looked at it and you like try and trick your eyes and all of a sudden it flips and you're like, oh, he could be lefty. Oh, no, he could be right. Yeah.
So he's righty because of the front of the feet, but it did look like for a minute there it could have been flipped. Let's go with Isaac Robinson.
No, that's definitely not Isaac Robinson. Isaac Robinson maybe I'll do Isaac next week.
All right, Paul Macbeth.
I'll tell you that Isaac is not in this week.
All right, Paul Macbeth.
Next time. Okay, there's two things that I would say that give it away to who it is.
Okay.
It's the wide stance.
Yeah.
Somebody who has a wide stance like that. Not everybody has that wide, I don't think. For me, anyway. And it's the bent front leg.
Oh, okay.
Those two things give it away to me, and that would be who I would think. And I would think that would indicate that it would be Paul Macbeth.
Yes. He's got that big reach.
He has, for me, I don't know. I don't, chat, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think Paul has a wide stance on his run up and that front leg being bent. He doesn't brace
the same way.
Like a stiff brace from what I can. I mean, maybe he does in certain throws or whatever, but I don't know. When I looked at it, I was like, oh yeah, I'll give him that one because he's got that wide throw.
Gotcha. So you were, even though I knew who it was, you were trying to make me doubt who it was.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. If you say it, I'm not going to give it to you right away. I'm always going to put doubt in your mind just so that you think, well, I don't know, maybe not.
All right.
Yeah.
Sillhouette.
Sillowho.
Okay. Ooh. First thought is maybe this is a female.
Sorry, can I just go back a second here? We're just going to get rid of this one. We're going to go back to this one. Is that an Innova hat? Is that a really old school Macbeth? I mean, I'm guessing it might be because that looks like where Innova might place their logo. All right. Anyway.
Okay, let's go to that next one again.
So we're going to the next one. There you go.
All right. So the next one. So I was going to say at first, maybe it's a female. Just like I'm trying to figure out what this position is that the person is in.
Okay.
And the hand is up. Is the hand, and the other hand looks like it's like tucked right here. Like it just doesn't look like a disc golf pose by any means at all. So
when you see it, you'll recognize the way this person does that.
Okay. Maybe it's a putt. Yeah, they got the whole Vinny thing because of the hair.
No, I mean it looks like Vinny.
We used Vinny last year.
We've used Vinny already, so we know it's not.
Or
Vinny.
I keep saying last year, a couple weeks ago.
So you're saying MPO or FPO?
I want to say FPO.
Then you say FPO if that's what you want to say.
And
what else do you notice?
I don't know if that's an elbow, like the hand is up at the head.
No,
or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I can see what you're saying.
Like that's what it looks like there. Oh, but that's the disc in their hand, and now they're pointing. Now they're pointing forward with the disc, and the other hand is kind of tucked beside them.
Yeah.
So they're lining up to putt.
Again, there's something about this. There's two things. The one, holding the disc out in front of them like that.
Yeah.
And there's another thing that gives it away to me.
It looks like the hand is like tucked to the side, like here, like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's Rebecca Dawn.
Rebecca Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
What a pull that is. That's what you're gonna say, Rebecca Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, only because Dylan said Dawn.
No, well, no, I didn't see that he did, but
No.
and also like looks thin again.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I've seen her put her hand up there. The hair doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
So that's the thing that doesn't, like, I'm trying to think of who else eyeballs the disc up high like that.
The two things that would give it away to me, or maybe three things, but two things. One is holding the putter up like that, or the disc, sorry. The second is the left shoulder, the way that it's hunched up like that. And the third thing would be the left hand on the hip. Like, I think those two things go together. The fact that the left hand is on the hip, the left shoulder is up, gives it away to me to be Rebecca Dawn.
She's got her hair kind of poofed up, but there we go.
Good shout.
Yeah.
How you guys, I said I was going to go some Canadian. I forgot that that was Noah, because that totally threw me. But just the way that she has that left arm, and she kind of puts the left shoulder up, and then she always holds it out as well to be like, okay.
Now, is that before she throws, or is that when she's putting?
No, that's a throw.
Oh, she's getting ready to throw. She's lining up before she goes. Oh, wow.
She lines it up, and then she'll bring it down, and then whips it. So all the time before she's going to throw, she holds it out in front of her to...
I remember somebody who used to do something like that.
for like 10 minutes?
Yep.
Those are the days.
My arms would get tired from hanging them out there for half the round.
Yeah. Okay. So good shout from chat and from from you. Yeah, Rebecca Dawn, you guessed it. 2 more to go. Nope, 1 more to go.
All right, Sillhouette.
Sillowho.
All right, I love it. Ooh, okay. This looks like a forehand.
Okay.
That's what I'm seeing at first. It's hard because the face on this one looks like it's full. Like it looks like the person's got a big face.
Okay.
But it could be
fat
from the back. I can see this one can look forward or backwards on this one as well.
If it was forwards, does that make them right or left? And if it's backwards, does it make it right or left?
If it was forwards, it makes them probably right.
Okay.
Assuming it was a forehand. If it's backwards, it makes them a lefty.
That's the type of thing that I'm looking for is, are they lefty or they're right? They're wearing a hat. Do they have glasses? Do they have a beard? Are they slim? Are they big?
The fact that it is a bigger bodied person, it looks like it could be, we talked about Ezra before, but I can't, that looks like a fairly sizable arm, but it's hard to say because, when he stretches out and you see like his muscles, his individual muscles and stuff. But he doesn't do a lot of whippy Yeah, he has a pretty good power forehand.
Dylan,
it says Yuli.
Ezra or Yuli.
Yeah, it could be Yuli. Who else was I thinking? I thought maybe too. I was like, not to impact anybody that way, but it was like, could it be Proctor? I'm thinking he's a bigger guy, or he's a stockier guy.
He has a beard.
Oh yeah, I don't really see a beard there. And doesn't Yuli have a little longer hair?
Wow, that's a shout.
And I know you're a fan of Yuli, so that's the thing that puts that one in there. But Ez is another good one. Certainly not Brody. Didn't go to that point yet. Yeah. What do we say? Sam, jump in there. So I'm liking Aderhold or Yuli.
Sam's
Would you pick one of those? I'm going to say that you didn't go that deep. That's for like week 4.
Right.
That's not week 2.
When I start pulling out the Hebenheimers and Jake Wolfs.
Yeah.
And
well, there are ones like if you pulled out Joey Buckets.
I would pull out a Joey Buckets
because that one's got enough of a thing you could notice, right? So isn't maybe not as popular of a player, but so he says he thinks he's wrong with Austin Turner. Let's go Yuli. I think Yuli is the bet on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I will say is you're right on forehand. I'm surprised that there's one person that really throws forehand quite a lot.
Yeah.
I've met him.
You think this is, and you've met him, and throws forehand quite a lot. You would have met Philo.
Yeah.
You would have met, and you're saying, oh, you think who throws forehand quite a lot? Not Thomas.
Thomas, does he throw it? No, maybe. We've had Thomas. It wouldn't be Thomas.
And throws forehand quite a lot. Jessica Goulet?
I apologize, Jessica.
No, I'm just saying who throws forehand a lot. Oh, Mr. Sexton. Is that it?
Could it be Mr. Sexton?
All right, let's say Nate.
Yeah,
there you go.
Another stylized photo.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's like they've totally smoothed out their faces and it doesn't have a neck.
He's got a neck.
No, not in this picture. The way they did it, they didn't give, like, they did something where they, by losing the texture on his neck,
right,
they took away his yeah. But
yeah, I totally thought that looked like Nate Sexton.
Nice.
I mean, obviously because I knew it.
Yeah, because you've definitely met him and you know who he is. That's for sure. Oh, that was awesome. So yeah, Nate's picture and Conrad's picture.
Yeah.
Somebody like touched them up immensely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had a lot of time for Sillhouette, Sillowho.
There you go.
Yeah. That was awesome, brother.
There you go.
I hope you guys liked that one as much as I did. I love that one.
We're starting to get a little bit deeper now.
Mm-hmm.
All the recognizable people like Vinny and Gannon have gone. And
well, the other thing that could happen with this too is this is not a big change to it, but one of the things, if it's going to go a little deeper, if you had 10, we could do like we did with other contests where there's 10, you have 20 names. 10 of them are in there.
Make it a bit easier for you.
Yeah. And there's 10 of, so if you're going to go for deeper cuts.
Yeah. Oh, no. If
you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh yeah, you're like, was that Hebenheimer or was that Austin Turner? Like, come on. Like,
you're going to say, who are they? Let alone recognize them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Well, I think we should do that one. I think we should probably.
This is the royal we, is it?
Yes. I think you should do that one. But yeah, no, it's awesome time. Another great evening. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Dylan.
Cheers to my friends out in the crowd. And
okay,
thanks a lot. And how do you want to end this one?
I don't know.
It will be clear now that I'm done this beer that I'm full of cheer.
You've gone too long.
And we're gonna go.
You should have stopped it too. Right? It'll be clear now that you're done your beer
that I'll have lots of cheer
No.
when I see you around the basket.
Thanks, everybody.